Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is one of those that you need to follow to understand. So in the first video,
Black people.
right? So this lady responded to this video. Take a look.
Black.
Can we finally talk about how a lot of Black girls and women will never have a classic dating experience? They will never have a date planned for them or a bouquet of roses waiting on them. Never. And we all know why, but I just want to know if we're ready to talk about why. Because if we really get into it, it's going to get very dark. And a lot of people, Black women are hypersexual, blah, blah, blah. If selling sex is the only way you can get the attention of your male counterparts, what should you then do? Are we ready to have this conversation? Are we ready? Because I have met plenty of Black women in their 30s who've never been on a real date, who've never received a bouquet of flowers, who've never gotten a gift from the men that they were allegedly dating. Are we ready for this conversation?
Well, after she responded to this video, a lot of Black men responded to her video. Unfortunately, there were no women responding to her video, but Black men. I'm going to play their responses because they had a lot to say, right? But before I do that, did she say anything wrong with what she said? Let me know in the comment section, because I didn't hear anything wrong with what she was saying. I've seen so many videos on TikTok alone of men explaining why they prefer hoes. I saw this video on YouTube a few days ago with the title, "You are not ugly, you are just not willing to be naked." For a lot of Black men, right, if you don't dress provocatively, they are not even looking at you. Okay, they are not even looking. If your hair texture doesn't look a certain type of way, if your skin tone is not a certain type of color, they are not looking at you. But everything is almost sexualized. And besides, most of these 20 versus 1, smash or pass, and so on and so forth, when you check the people that create this type of content, it's men. Yeah, and there's a handful of women with similar content, but mostly it's men. Let's get into the responses from the men, and I'll come back and talk a bit more. And please don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it.
And we all know why, but I just want to know if we're ready to talk about it.
Now, let's talk about it. Because it's not that are y'all ready to talk about why. It's are y'all ready to be honest with yourselves. Because Exhibit A. Oh, look at the search bar. What is the search bar? Y'all have glorified hoe culture to the point where it's, or should I say, sexual freedom. Y'all have glorified it to the point where there's a point of no return. I'm sorry. It's just a point of y'all will not place this shit at the feet of men. I'm not going to let y'all do that. You don't get dates because you don't pick the men, the Black men that are going to take you on a date. See, because if it was so great, if it wasn't a you thing and it was a Black man thing, other races of men would give it to you, but they don't. So it might just be a you thing. Plenty of Black men out here that will give you roses, give you nice dinner dates, give you all the romantic shit that y'all talk about. If you actually dealt with men who like y'all. But see, I made all types of videos, but a common theme that popped up when I started talking about a good man, the qualities of a good man, a lot of women came on the videos like that talking about just because he's a good man doesn't mean he's for me. You could be sweet, kind, caring, give you the bouquet of roses, take you on the nice picnics, that are thoughtful ass dates, and fly kites and do all that silly foo-foo shit. But y'all only want it when it comes from the dude that y'all want it to come from. If you're a somewhat attractive woman who has had success in the dating market as far as getting men, you can, I can guarantee you look in her phone, she got about, let's say she got a roster of 20 dudes. Out of those 20 dudes, she probably got 10 that'll do exactly what y'all are complaining y'all don't do or y'all don't receive. But that's not who y'all want it from. You got women that are going on 20 V1s. You got women that are currently doing the Meg Thee Stallion challenge. And if you look on Twitter right now, they about to start, I think it was some chick doing the pussy print challenge. And they're under all the dude got to do. I ain't never seen a woman make a do a post like this before, and it's a girl bending over showing a heart-shaped booty, and now you got a thread full of women reenacting it. The silhouette challenge, like, look, but then y'all want men to turn around and respect y'all and treat y'all with respect. It's you don't, but see, y'all want to play like y'all some hoe. Y'all want to play in whole culture, but y'all don't want the repercussions what come with it. But y'all want the attention because y'all to see men go to the real. That's why I can respect real. I gotta stop saying it. I can respect real tricks because at the end of the day, they know what come with it and they embrace it. See, y'all want to play like y'all some tricks and then don't want to accept what come with it. But y'all want to play like y'all tricks because they the fun girls, they get the attention. See, y'all want the attention. The fun girls get all the play. The fun girls get all the excitement. And y'all want that without what comes with being the fun girl. And then on the back end, sit here and want to get treated like a respectable queen. No, it's not how it works. And a lot of these nice guys see who y'all actually give the time of day to and the babies to. See, they was the nice guy trying to take you out. They was the nice guy trying to bring you flowers. You call him corny. You blocked him. You ignored him. You put him on ice. And you would only call him when the dudes that you couldn't get to act right wasn't acting right, and you'll hit him up for a free meal. See, so they adjusted. They changed because they said, look, I could be a dickhead and still get what I want from these women. I ain't got to come out. So this is the result, ladies. There's another portion I could get into, and it comes with these boys that y'all raise. But that's for another video.
Experience.
Ooh, y'all not gonna like what I gotta say. It's okay. I'm gonna say it anyway. You can't separate people from the context that they exist in. For people, it's mostly culture. Culture is linked to a variety of environmental factors and societal factors. What I say next, I need your cognitive dissonance and implicit biases to be kind of cut off, and I need you to really listen to this. For a long time, Black people have not had a culture that's conducive to romance. And if we had the kind of conditioning to put into the culture for romance, it's usually come at the other end of suffering or some kind of strife or trauma. And that's why a lot of Black women will never have a classic dating experience, especially if you want a classic dating experience from a Black man. That classic dating experience pool is very small. Oftentimes, especially as Black people, I know this was not like specific, but oftentimes as Black people, we are our own, as the young folk would say, biggest ops. Okay. And it really got to stop because it's poisoning our spirits. And that's the most important part. In a nutshell, for this woman and others like her who want the classic dating experience, we have to change things in our culture.
I actually see this from two perspectives. Part of this is true, and I didn't realize this until I started having non-Black friends later in my life, right? We're 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and a lot of my non-Black friends are already, getting married, and they're just doing like deep dive into their relationships or the woman they're into, right? It's like they're true lover boys. And don't get me wrong, I have some non-Black friends that aren't lover boys and, taking girls out on dates and stuff like that. And I do have Black homies that are lover boys, but it seems like the majority of them, it's like they're in like little fuck shit, like they're having babies and shit, but they're not with the baby mother. Or like they're just, bachelors, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of my non-Black homies, they're in full-on relationships and doing all this like cute, nice stuff, right? And I'm speaking on young Black grown men in particular. I'm not around older Black men as much to speak on their behalf, but it seems like a lot of young Black men are afraid to be lover boys. They're afraid to, buy flowers and that whole full dating experience. It seems like it's like frowned upon to do stuff like that because it makes you look soft and shit like that, right? But a lot of my non-Black friends, like they do things like that, and I see it with my own two eyes. And like I said, not to say some of my other Black homies don't do that, but it's a different experience looking at it from my perspective. Now, on the other end, I truly believe a lot of young black women don't know how to choose a man. It seems like a lot of the guys that they are truly into, especially during their younger years, they choose the bullshit. And they know these guys are bullshit, but that's what they're into. And of course, I know it's not all black women. I know the all police go come here like, I know it's not all black women. Of course, I know that. But a lot of black women, specifically young black women, they are into the bullshit. And they never talk about the guys that were trying to provide them that experience, but they stiffed on them to choose the ain't shit ass motherfucker. And they complain so fucking much. Like, you know, you take them to the Cheesecake Factory, they complain about that. Or a dude try to give him some flowers or some roses, they look at him as a weak motherfucker. And don't act like I'm lying. I've seen this with my own two eyes. Hell, I've experienced some of this stuff myself. I've been around black women my whole life. And a lot of black women, whenever a guy is trying to provide them that experience, they don't even know how to accept this shit. Right? Maybe me saying that goes into the point of what she's saying, you know, because they're not used to it or whatever. But at the same time, speak on the times when you were, or a man was trying to provide you that experience, whether being from a black man or a non-black man, where he was trying to provide you that experience, but you stiffed on him and you looked at him as weak.
And we finally talk about how a lot of black girls and women will never have a classic dating experience.
Yes, we can absolutely talk about how a lot of black girls and black women will never experience classic dating. See, this is you right here. This is what you said. If I ever get pregnant by a black man and find out it's a boy, Planned Parenthood, you're one of the black women on this app and in a lot of places on social media who is actively pushing, y'all call swirlers, right? Meaning your end goal in life is to eliminate as many black men as possible so that if there are no black men, you would have white men. In your head, somehow that makes sense. If there's no black men, then white men will start choosing you. So you swirlers, divestors, or whatever it is that you call yourselves, you're the reason why. Because you see, if you're all aborting us, who's going to take y'all out to these dates? Who's going to show you what a classic date is like? Who's going to plan, buy you flowers, who's going to do all of that? I mean, really, because I'm assuming the reason your generation is suffering right now is because your mothers seriously had the same mentality. They're like, oh, no, you know, they're so bad. Black men are absolutely the worst. Not even the men who enslaved us and our ancestors are nearly as bad as these men. So let's kill as many of them as possible. They don't deserve to exist. Let's take them out of existence. So yeah, we can talk about it. I don't know where we'll go with it, but as you can see, sister, you turned off the stitch. I had to stitch somebody else, which I'm sure you're not going to see, but at least whomever needs to see this sees it, because, you know, yeah, never having a son, you replied to I love Big Plantain, and yeah, I don't get it. Why are you complaining? Black men, where are the black men? You're out here trying to kill all of us. You believe our presence on this earth is hurtful to you. Just us existing is hurtful to you. So I'm genuinely confused why you're complaining. I mean, who exactly do you want to take you on these dates? Because every group of men prioritizing their women, while ours are telling us they don't need us and they want us dead and they want us aborted. So yeah, I wouldn't even begin to dream to give you this experience, even if I could. Yeah, no, it's not even happening. Because in the back of my head, I'm constantly thinking, only reason I am here right now is because you could not find what you want. And as soon as you do, I'll be gone, which in your head is like, oh, I just aborted that Negro. So.
How a lot of black girls.
I got you, my boy. Is the fact that, like,
a lot of black women are sheltered and they don't actually date in high school. Cause I'm from one of the last generations, like we from the same city, but I moved to Dallas during the great purge of GMC. I moved before then, but you know what I'm talking about. The great purge of GMC, moving to the funk. Well, it's the ag, but a lot of people move to the funk. But yeah, it's really the fact that like their high school dating is sheltered. They're not doing what the white kids do. The white kids are having sleepovers. I was having sleepovers. I started having sleepovers with girls when I was a freshman in high school, all the way until I graduated. Like, my mom understood that, like, that was going to be part of the dating process. And that's really why a lot of black women are talking about, oh, they'll never get flowers. Like, the fuck? Them Tom Thumb flowers ain't that expensive. It's just the fact that y'all kind of want stuff, and then when you get it, y'all aren't really, like, I don't know, properly vetted for it. But also, they're steps behind. Like, they're trying to compete with the Ring by Spring girls that were having sleepovers when they were 16. Like, as soon as they had a license, like, every weekend with the person they were with at their crib, parties, games, whatever activities we're doing, they're with them. Like, your person's with you. Go home, go to sleep. Like, they at the crib with you. And it's like, a lot of black women don't understand like how far they're behind in the dating market by the time they start, especially the ones that don't get to date till college. They didn't get to do none of that shit till college. And then they come in with these high ass dating standards when they don't know what the fuck anything is. It's just wild.
So you've heard from them and all they had to say. Now let me know what you think about what they had to say in the comment section. But this is my humble opinion. It takes two to tango in everything. Firstly, if more black men were honoring black women, right, creating families, marrying black women, building with black women, respecting black women, not just getting married to black women, but respecting the union of marriage, right? More black women will be like, sign me up. All I hear is a lot of black men saying, oh, we are the leaders and women disrespect us and so on and so forth. But the truth of the matter is, how are you leading? If you're a leader and the leadership is not going so well, nobody is following. And that's my little humble opinion. Yeah, so for people who always love to talk about holding women accountable and accountability, I didn't see any one of them taking a little bit of like responsibility in all of this. Most of them just wanted to throw it back at the women and say, oh, it's your fault. It's your fault. You guys are saying Planned Parenthood. Yes, she's saying Planned Parenthood because of what she's seen. Okay, you're present, you're alive, you're here. What kind of difference and impact have you made in your own life with regards to this topic? Did you get married to your wife? Are you in the house with your family? How are you raising your sons? This is all part of the equation. Someone just don't get up one day and say, hey, look, I'm not going to have boys. I'm only going to have girls. There's a reason for that. Because all she's seeing is negativity. And I don't blame her. All you want is the women who are scantily clad, shaking ass, naked, going to give you quick and easy sex. That's what you want. You are not upholding marriages, okay? You don't respect marriages. You don't respect loyal, hardworking, genuine women. You want 304s. And so you're creating more 304s. And then you blame those women that they are the reason why this is happening. Check yourself. Yeah, and also to the ladies, this is what I'm going to say. I know a lot of women have already checked out of dating a relationship altogether because they don't want to deal with what is going on. If this is what it takes, I don't want to be a part of it. And so a lot of women have checked out because it is what it is, okay? But to those of you who are young and you're seeing these trends and you're looking at it and you think this is the way forward, sis, don't do it to yourself. Nothing comes out of it. Showing your body, dressing anyhow, don't do it. Don't dishonor yourself for men. If you're going to dress, at least dress because you want to dress. If you want to dress that way, then that's fine. But don't do it because you want to be seen by men. You want to be picked by men. You want men to love you. There's nothing that comes out of that. Nothing. All you're going to be having is multiple like men who will end up sleeping with you and dumping you. I'm sorry, I have to put it this way, and I know some people will disagree that women have a right and they can do whatever they like and so on and so forth. I get it, okay? But at the same time, since we are on this topic, if marriage and relationship is what you want, don't go this path. At the end of the day, it's going to affect you more. So preserve yourself. Honor yourself, love yourself, live for you, do things that in the long run will honor you. Don't live for any man. Like if you're doing it for men, that is wrong. Absolutely no, don't do it. There's a lot of women who are practicing celibacy and abstinence, and not for the men, but for themselves. And you can join those women and practice that too. And stop going on these shows. It's just rubbish. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. You do what works for you, okay? I am going to say what I have to say. If you like, you can take it. If you like, do not take it. Continue on your path. See how it works out. Some people will be like, hey, let me go and make my own mistakes and learn from it. If that's you, that's fine, okay? But if you want to listen, well, I've said my piece. So let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.